These visuals brought the world to a standstill. T-90 and T-72 tanks of nuclear power India facing off against Chinese tanks within shooting range on the banks of the Pangong Lake in Ladakh. But now there is a new top dog on these heights. India's latest light tank Zorawar has successfully completed its first live firing tests in Ladakh. Watch this video. The tank hardly shakes after firing the ammunition. Zorawar is highly stable with a powerful 105 main gun. At just 25 tons, it is ultra-light compared to the 46-ton T-90s and thus highly maneuverable. As per the timeline, the Indian Army would begin induction of 354 Zorawar light tanks in 2027. It has been perfectly designed and tested to be the superior fighting weapon in the mountainous terrain of Ladakh in a record time of under 3 years, to meet all operational requirements of the Indian Army. Being light, it can be quickly redeployed via Indian Air Force military transport aircraft. A Defense Ministry statement explained, quote, "Such a capability would assist in quick deployment of the tank in operating conditions that are remote and difficult to access through road or rail." With these two phases of internal performance trials, which were actively supported by Indian Army and the IAF, the tank would be undergoing some more trials before being offered for user trials, unquote. The firing trials were conducted at an altitude of 4,200 meters, which is the same altitude of the Pangong Lake, where the Indian military and Chinese PLA flirted with an all-out war just a few years ago. The user trials would take another 12 to 18 months as the army tests it for summer as well as winter deployment against the Chinese PLA, while test firing it in combat-like scenarios. The tank has been indigenously developed by the DRDO along with Larsen and Toubro. While India-China tensions may have eased after the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi at the BRICS summit, the threat of a re-escalation of the conflict remains real. Meanwhile, in the Parliament, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar revealed that the Indian Army had begun going to all patrolling points along the LAC to the eastward limit after the Chinese PLA dismantled their temporary shelters and pulled back to pre-2020 positions at the final two friction points of Depsang Plains and Demchok. He stated, quote, "The understanding envisaged that the Indian security forces would be going to all patrolling points in Depsang and would be going to the eastward limit, which has historically been our patrolling limit in the past," unquote. The big question remains, can India trust China to maintain peace at the border? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.